What's up, guys? I'm Zach. What's up, guys? I'm Zach. Today I'm in Olympic National Park. I'm gonna do this vlog style. It's currently 5:04 a.m. near Port Angeles, Washington. I'm up to catch the sunrise. Toothbrush, holstered. Alright, I'm gonna be switching between using my camera and my phone to film today. My camera's not really built for vlogging. Right now I'm driving over to Hurricane Ridge. Oh, it's pretty dark. My light doesn't work either. I found a nice spot on the side of the road here facing east up near the top of Hurricane Ridge. The sunrise is going to start very soon, so I better set up the tripod. It's real cold out here. You can see my windows are frosted, but that view is so worth it. The sun will be up in about 15 minutes. It's probably about 35 degrees right now. I hope I can get the van started. It's got a glow plug issue, so in about half an hour I guess we'll figure it out. Sun's really coming up now. It's above the mountains. Alright, the van turned on. I guess it's not that cold. Gonna wait for the windshield to defrost a little bit though. It was pitch black when I was driving up. I didn't get to see any of this beautiful scenery. Right now I'm heading over to Crescent Lake. It's about an hour drive. Gonna wake myself up with a little hike. I'm on the northern end of the park right now. I'll be heading west today towards the ocean. Stopped at a little pull out here to take some photos. Check out this view. Driving through some mild fog here. The drive to the hike is another hour and I'm still pretty tired. I decided I'm gonna pull over and take a quick nap. I took my nap, I'm well rested, and I'm on my way to Crescent Lake. Maybe it's Lake Crescent. Lake Crescent, Crescent Lake. Either way, it's probably in the shape of a crescent. So on this drive, I'll talk about how I decide what to do every day. You know, when I get to a national park, I go into the visitor center, I grab a map, and then usually I talk to a ranger and ask a few important questions. Question 1, where do you have water for me to drink? For me to fill up my tanks? Usually it's right there at the visitor center. Question 2, I usually ask if dispersed camping is allowed. Dispersed camping, for those who don't know, means kind of just pulling off the side of the road into a clearing. Usually this is allowed in national forests because it's public land, but almost never is it allowed in national parks. But usually I just ask anyways, just to be certain. And question 3, do you have a cool random fact that you can tell me? And this one always gets them to smile and get a little goofy. Sometimes they'll have one right on hand, you know? When I was in North Cascades, she said, I have so many, you'll have to give me a category. So I said vegetation, and she gave me the cool fact for last week about how there are 1,627 different species of vascular plant. in North Cascades National Park. Whoa, throwback fact. Whoa, heyo. Wee, 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 wee. Throwback fact alert. But yeah, so I ask, do you have any cool random facts? Other times, they like look over at a coworker and they're like, yo, do you have any random facts? Some fool just asked me for a fact, for a cool fact at that. It's gotta be cool. And then after I have my questions answered, I go on my way. I don't spend a lot of time. You know, I fill up my water where they tell me they have water. I take a look at the map and I sort of plan out, you know, my next few days, which hikes I want to do, and then I go on my way. Alright, I just got to where the hike starts. There's also a ranger station here, so I think I'm gonna go in and grab a more detailed map. But first I'm gonna pack my bag. Alright, what do I put in my hiking backpack? Let's start with water. Up next, my camera and a little bendy tripod. Next, I'll put in my raincoat, as we are in the rainforest. And of course, the map of Olympic plus the other trail map that I'll grab. And there's a few things that I always keep in the backpack. There's a survival kit, a first aid kit, bear spray I always keep hooked on there, as well as the rain cover for the backpack. Before I leave, I want to rip off this calendar because it's the 20th today, so I'm a day behind. Thanks, Caroline. Love the smell of diesel in the morning. Ha! As for my own gear, I'm still wearing the sweatshirt I was wearing before, but I took off the vest because it warmed up a little bit. Plus just some pants, my hiking socks, and I'll throw on my hiking boots. Alright guys, just past the trailhead. It should only be about an hour-and-a-half hike, but it goes to a beautiful waterfall. I just came across a very cool thing. You know, 50 feet from the trailhead, they have trail brochures, so you can identify different plants. Tells you a little bit about the trail, different trees. Very cool. Keep in mind, I'm in a rainforest, so look at these trees. So much moss growing. The road's right there, which kind of sucks. Hopefully I'll get away from it soon. 100 yards past where the trail brochures were, we have this big old tunnel. Echo! Ooh, that's freaky. And now we're on the other side. I've been seeing a lot of these ferns around, and I flipped open the book and found that it's a sword fern. Nice. I'm still right by the road, which sucks. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the brochure about moss, but you can see there's so much of it. It's literally dripping off of trees. So much moss, so much moss. That's some wild ginger. Nice. It's pretty wild. Now I'm gonna identify some trees. This is a big leaf maple. You know how you can tell? The big leaves. That's a massive leaf. I made it to this little stream. There's a bridge right over there. Now it's time for some stairs. Well, I made it to the falls a lot quicker than I thought I would. Well, I saw the waterfall. It was really nice. It was about 90 feet, but that's where the trail ends, unfortunately. So it just takes me back, but I don't want to be done yet, but I saw another trail that forks off from this one. So I'm just gonna join that one. I just came from Marymere Falls, and now I'm gonna just go on the Barnes Creek Trail. On the map, it looked like it was, you know, less than a mile. So it probably won't be too long. I mean, it really feels like I'm in a different country. I mean, look at this. Quick little fact, it's called Olympic National Park because it was where the first Olympics were held. Whoa, bogus fact. That was a bogus fact. Bogus fact alert. Wee-oo. You can't be misinforming the people. That was a bogus fact. Not true. There are just so many ferns everywhere. It's giving me a third-degree fern. Phineas and Fern. That's ferntastic. Oh, horrible. Some of this moss, like the stuff drooping from the trees, it looks like it would feel like the Grinch's fur. I must be in Whoville right now. Where are all the Whos? They don't have bears or elk or anything in Olympic National Park. They just have Whos. I finished that other hike pretty quick, so I'm on my way back, but I'm gonna take my time and take a bunch of pictures. Alright, I just made it through the tunnel, and now I'm on my way back out. I'm back in the van, dropped my backpack. Now I'm gonna make a little lunch. I've got some French bread here, huckleberry preserves, as well as some peanut spread. That's my way of making a PB&J sound fancier than it is. Alright, I've got my nutritious PB&J, PB and jam. Delicious. I also grabbed a kiwi. I hope no one arrests me for this, but you can eat the peel. It's packed with fiber. Yes, just bite into it like an apple. Eat kiwis like apples. Don't waste the skin. Before I get on the road again, I want to quickly show you guys just spatially where I am. Map. Okay, so on the big map here, this is Washington. So Seattle's right over here, and then Olympic National Park is on this peninsula here. Here up on the national park map. So I started at Hurricane Ridge, so that's where I watched the sunrise, and then I drove on Route 101 over to Lake Crescent, which is where I am now. After that, so now I'm gonna be driving all along Route 101 over to the coast to Rialto Beach. I just passed the border of the national park, so now I'm technically in Olympic National Forest. I still have 45 minutes more to drive, so I'll show you guys what I do to keep myself entertained. We're on the road to nowhere. I'm driving on the road like a general tourist. Just crossed into Olympic National Forest. I'm talking switchback driving, flora fauna thriving, rhyming cold to the beat like about to dive in a glacier-fed lake. Gonna eat some cake. But doctor, we don't have the technology to reverse a cringe as great as this one. Stop for gas. Glad I can change the subject. I just checked in at the campsite, paid 10 bucks for it. For me, it's mainly about the location. It's right by the beach, which I want to do some exploring of. I'll see if there's a good sunset. It's pretty cloudy though, so probably not. Let's go to the beach. All right, guys, made it to the coast. I'm gonna go explore. Oh man, it smells so bad. All that salt and seaweed. It's nice to look at. All right, I've walked pretty far from like that beach, but look where I am. Let's see if it'll focus. I mean, so I think the sun's gonna set like right there. I'm gonna wait for that. Oh, also there's a huge flock of birds right here. Oh my God, there's people out there. The people out there are gonna be fine. The water's like 2 feet deep, but they're just getting splashed by waves. They must have gone out when it was lower tide. Even though the tide's lowering now, always check the tide chart when you go anywhere where there's a tide. Oh, that lady just got covered in water. That sucks. I feel bad. But also, they are very foolish for doing that. Very foolish. I've just been kind of waiting for the sun to go down. Just sitting on the rocks here, but it's almost there. According to Google, 25 more minutes until the sun is fully set. All right, it's finally happening. Look at that golden sky. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's beautiful. But we still have about 15 minutes until it's fully set. Oh, what a view. The funny thing is, I asked the guy at the campsite, the host, if he knew a good spot to see the sunset other than just the beach. And he said, oh, well, it's pretty overcast, so it probably won't be a good sunset tonight anyway. You might want to pick a different day. Well, I'm gonna go back and show him this. Sunset's basically over. A few nice shades left, but I'm gonna start walking back because I don't want to get caught out here in the dark. Sunrise to start the day and a little sunset to end it. I'm traversing these big boulders. There's a little after show here. I'm almost back, but look at that, it's still going. Still going. Wow. Seriously, how is this still going on? I can't believe it. It's been 20 minutes since the sun has fully set below the horizon. I've already passed getting back to the van, so I figured I would just sit on this really long log, some driftwood, and watch the rest of the sunset. And with that, I'll say stay safe, be kind, and go do something that puts a smile on your face. I'll see you next time.